Beneath the surface of the world's most iconic monuments lie secrets that have fascinated humanity for centuries. What if I told you that behind ancient stones and beneath towering spires, there are hidden chambers waiting to share their untold stories? These concealed spaces whisper of forgotten rituals, guarded treasures, and engineering marvels far ahead of their time. Today, we're embarking on a journey through 30 of these mysterious chambers scattered across the globe, spaces so enigmatic they challenge everything we thought we knew about history. From the Great Pyramid of Giza to the heart of Mount Rushmore, each discovery holds a piece of the puzzle to our past. Stay with us as we unlock doors long closed, revealing the astonishing truths hidden in plain sight. By the end of this video, you'll see these famous landmarks in a way you've never imagined before. Now, let's step into the shadow of one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements, the Great Pyramid of Giza. For centuries, this ancient wonder has stood as a symbol of mystery and ingenuity, but recent discoveries have added new layers to its enigma. Using cutting-edge scanning technologies like muon radiography, researchers identified not one but two previously unknown chambers hidden deep within its massive structure. These findings have sparked debates among historians and archaeologists alike. The first chamber, located high above the pyramid's base, is believed by some to have served as a storage area for sacred relics or tools used during construction. Others argue it may hold symbolic meaning, representing celestial alignments central to ancient Egyptian beliefs. The second chamber, situated lower and closer to the heart of the pyramid, raises even more questions. Could it have been a space reserved for rituals, or perhaps it was designed to relieve structural stress, showcasing an understanding of engineering principles far ahead of its time? These revelations challenge long-standing assumptions about how the pyramids were built and what purposes they truly served. For years, many thought we had uncovered all there was to know about these iconic structures. Yet here we are, rewriting history with every new discovery. As we leave the sands of Egypt behind, our next stop takes us to another legendary monument shrouded in intrigue, the Sphinx, where underground tunnels hint at secrets buried even deeper than the pyramids themselves. Moving from the towering pyramids to the enigmatic Sphinx, we find ourselves drawn to whispers of a different kind of mystery, one that lies beneath the surface. Beneath this iconic monument, tales of subterranean tunnels have captured imaginations for centuries. These passageways are said to weave through the bedrock, hinting at hidden chambers that could hold ancient texts or priceless artifacts. While their existence remains unverified by mainstream archaeology, accounts from explorers and researchers paint a picture of a labyrinth waiting to be unraveled. The intrigue deepens when you consider the controversies surrounding these tunnels. Official access has been tightly controlled, with authorities citing concerns over structural integrity and preservation. Yet some believe these restrictions serve another purpose, perhaps to shield discoveries that might challenge established historical narratives. Theories abound regarding what might lie within these shadowy corridors. Some suggest they could connect to libraries of lost knowledge, remnants of an advanced civilization that predates recorded history. Others propose links to mythical cities like Atlantis, fueling debates between skeptics and believers alike. What makes these claims even more compelling is how they intersect with Egypt's rich tapestry of myths and legends. Stories passed down through generations speak of sacred spaces designed to protect treasures not made of gold, but of wisdom. Whether real or imagined, the idea of these tunnels taps into our collective curiosity about humanity's past and the secrets it may still guard. As we leave the enduring gaze of the Sphinx behind, prepare to journey further east, to uncover concealed rooms nestled high in the Andes, where Machu Picchu reveals its own hidden wonders. As we ascend into the cloud-kissed peaks of the Andes, Machu Picchu greets us not only with its breathtaking vistas, but also with mysteries tucked cleverly out of sight. Among these are two concealed rooms, uncovered during meticulous restoration work that has helped peel back layers of history buried beneath centuries of silence. These chambers, though unassuming at first glance, reveal architectural features so distinct they seem almost otherworldly against the rugged backdrop of their surroundings. One room is marked by an intricate system of trapezoidal niches carved directly into the stone walls, a hallmark of Incan engineering designed to withstand earthquakes while maximizing space for storage or display. The second chamber, smaller yet equally fascinating, boasts a series of precision-cut grooves along its floor, features believed to channel water during rituals or serve as guides for ceremonial processions. Together, these elements suggest purposes far beyond mere utility, hinting instead at spaces imbued with spiritual significance. But why seal such remarkable areas away? Scholars propose several theories, each shedding light on the ancient civilization's values and fears. Some argue the rooms were closed off to safeguard sacred objects or knowledge from outsiders who might misuse them. Others believe natural disasters or shifts in religious practices prompted their closure, transforming once vital spaces into time capsules of a bygone era. Whatever the reason, their concealment speaks volumes about the reverence with which the Incas treated certain aspects of their culture, ensuring they remained untouched even as the world around them changed. These hidden chambers remind us that Machu Picchu was more than just a fortress or retreat. It was a living monument to belief, resilience, and ingenuity. And now, as we leave behind the misty ruins perched high in the mountains, let's turn our gaze toward another ancient wonder where secrecy meets artistry, Petra's hidden altar chamber, where whispers of ritual and reverence await discovery. Venturing now into the rose-red city of Petra, where sandstone cliffs whisper secrets of an ancient world, we uncover a chamber that has eluded the spotlight despite its profound significance. Nestled near the iconic monastery, this lesser-known space is believed to have served as a site for sacred rituals, though much about it remains shrouded in mystery. What sets this chamber apart are its walls alive with intricate carvings that seem to dance between light and shadow, telling stories lost to time. The carvings feature motifs unlike those found elsewhere in Petra, blending geometric patterns with what appear to be celestial symbols. Scholars speculate these designs might represent a bridge between earthly ceremonies and divine realms, suggesting the chamber was more than just a gathering place. It was likely a conduit for spiritual connection. Yet here lies the puzzle. Despite its evident importance, historical records make scarcely any mention of this hidden gem. Was it deliberately omitted to protect its sanctity, or did its memory fade simply because too few were permitted access? Adding another layer of intrigue is the chamber's location, tucked away in such a manner that even seasoned explorers could easily overlook it. Its seclusion may have been intentional, designed to shield the rituals performed within from prying eyes, or preserve the purity of the rites themselves. Whatever the case, the lack of documentation leaves us free to imagine the ceremonies that once unfolded here, guided by flickering torchlight and echoing chants. This enigmatic space invites us not only to marvel at its artistry, but also to reflect on how some mysteries endure despite our best efforts to unravel them. And speaking of enduring enigmas, let's journey next to the lush jungles of Southeast Asia, where Angkor Wat holds galleries buried beneath layers of history, their faded murals waiting to share tales of a civilization long past. Stepping into the ancient embrace of Angkor Wat, we find ourselves amidst not just stone and mortar, but whispers of a civilization that once thrived in vibrant harmony. Among its many wonders lie two galleries, long concealed beneath layers of earth and time, only recently brought back into the light by determined hands. These spaces are adorned with faded murals, their colors muted yet still alive with echoes of the past. The murals depict scenes ranging from daily life to grand ceremonies, offering an intimate glimpse into the values and traditions of the Khmer people who built this majestic temple complex. What makes these artworks particularly fascinating is how they blend the sacred with the mundane. On one wall, you might see depictions of farmers tending rice paddies, while another shows processions led by figures clad in elaborate regalia, likely priests or royalty. This juxtaposition suggests that for the Khmer, spirituality was deeply woven into every aspect of existence, a belief system where even ordinary tasks carried divine significance. Scholars have marveled at the level of detail captured in these murals, noting how they reflect both artistic mastery and cultural pride. However, the rediscovery of these galleries has sparked heated debates among historians, archaeologists, and preservationists alike. While some argue that uncovering such treasures allows humanity to reconnect with forgotten chapters of history, others fear that exposure could accelerate their deterioration. The tropical climate of Southeast Asia, with its relentless humidity and monsoon rains, poses significant risks to fragile artifacts like these murals. Should efforts focus on preserving what remains hidden, safeguarding it from potential damage? Or does the world deserve access to these relics, even if it means risking their gradual decay? This tension between preservation and excavation underscores a broader question. How do we honor the legacies of those who came before us without compromising the integrity of their creations? For now, conservation teams work tirelessly to strike a balance, employing cutting-edge techniques to stabilize the murals while limiting public access to sensitive areas. Yet as we ponder these ethical dilemmas, let's shift our gaze to a place where nature itself seems intertwined with human ingenuity, Stonehenge, where evidence hints at a cavern beneath the iconic stones, inviting speculation about rituals aligned with the heavens above. As we journey from the sun-drenched landscapes of Angkor Wat to the misty plains of southern England, a new mystery beckons, one that lies not above ground but beneath it. Hidden beneath the iconic stone circles of Stonehenge, whispers of a natural cavern have captured the imagination of researchers and enthusiasts alike. While much about this underground space remains speculative, geological surveys and archaeological studies hint at its existence, sparking intriguing questions about how ancient peoples might have used it. Imagine, if you will, a hidden world beneath one of humanity's most enigmatic monuments. This cavern, believed to be formed by natural processes over millennia, could have served as more than just a geological oddity. Some theorists propose that it may have been integral to the rituals conducted at Stonehenge. Picture prehistoric communities descending into the earth, away from the open skies, to perform ceremonies tied to their beliefs about life, death, and rebirth. The idea of such a subterranean sanctuary adds depth to our understanding of how these ancient people viewed the connection between the heavens and the underworld. What makes this theory particularly compelling is Stonehenge's well-documented alignment with celestial events like solstices and eclipses. If indeed a cavern exists below, it could symbolize a bridge between the earthly realm and the cosmos, a place where rituals sought to harmonize human existence with cosmic forces. Scholars suggest that during certain times of the year, when the position of the sun or moon aligned perfectly with the stones above, ceremonies held within the cavern might have carried heightened spiritual significance. Such practices would reflect a profound reverence for nature's cycles, blending science, spirituality, and artistry in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. Yet, despite these tantalizing possibilities, definitive proof remains elusive. Modern technology, including ground-penetrating radar and seismic imaging, has provided clues but no conclusive evidence of the cavern's full extent or purpose. What little data exists raises more questions than answers. Was this space deliberately integrated into Stonehenge's design, or did its discovery inspire the monument's placement? Could artifacts still lie buried there, waiting to rewrite history? These uncertainties remind us that some secrets are stubbornly resistant to unveiling, guarding the stories of our ancestors in shadows cast by time itself. As debates continue among experts, one thing becomes clear: Stonehenge is far more than an arrangement of massive stones. It is a testament to human ingenuity and curiosity, a site where the interplay of light and shadow, sky and earth, continues to inspire wonder. And now let's turn our attention to another iconic structure, whose hidden spaces reveal tales of courage and spectacle: the Colosseum, where two chambers once housed gladiators preparing for battle, offering a glimpse into the heart of Roman entertainment culture. Venturing from the ancient mysteries of Stonehenge, we now step into the grandeur of Rome and uncover a different kind of hidden world, one that pulses with the energy of anticipation and the echoes of roaring crowds. Beneath the iconic arches of the Colosseum lie two chambers that once served as the final preparation spaces for gladiators before they stepped into the arena. These quarters were more than mere holding areas. They were vital hubs where courage was summoned, strategies were honed, and destinies awaited their moment under the sun. The first chamber, often referred to as the Ludus Magnus, was essentially a training ground located near the Colosseum itself. Here, gladiators would undergo rigorous physical conditioning and tactical drills in the days leading up to their battles. The Ludus Magnus wasn't just about physical readiness. It also fostered camaraderie among fighters who shared this intense, disciplined environment. For many, it became a place of both unity and isolation, as they prepared to face either glory or death. The walls of this space likely bore witness to countless emotions: determination etched into the faces of seasoned warriors, and nervous energy radiating from newcomers unfamiliar with the brutality ahead. Adjacent to the main arena, another concealed area known as the Hypogeum played an equally crucial role. This underground labyrinth housed not only gladiators, but also wild animals and elaborate stage machinery used during spectacles. While much attention is given to the engineering marvels above ground, the hypogeum reveals the intricate, behind-the-scenes operations that made Roman entertainment so captivating. Gladiators spent their final moments here, surrounded by dim torchlight and the distant hum of an eager audience gathering above. It was here that they donned their armor, received last-minute instructions from trainers, and perhaps whispered prayers to deities for protection or strength. Life within these chambers offers fascinating insights into Roman society's values and priorities. To the citizens of Rome, gladiatorial games were far more than mere amusement. They symbolized power, discipline, and the empire's ability to command both nature and humanity. The gladiators themselves, though often viewed as expendable figures, represented ideals of bravery and resilience. Their presence in these quarters underscores how deeply intertwined spectacle and culture were in ancient Rome. From the opulence of the emperor's box to the grit of the hypogeum, every element of the Colosseum reflected a society obsessed with displays of dominance and control. As we reflect on the lives shaped within these hidden spaces, one can't help but wonder what thoughts raced through the minds of those preparing to fight. Did they feel fear, pride, a sense of duty? Whatever the case, these chambers stand as silent witnesses to history, a reminder of the human stories woven into the fabric of monumental architecture. And speaking of human stories, our next destination takes us across continents to explore a sacred sinkhole chamber at Chichen Itza, where offerings to deities reveal yet another layer of ancient spiritual practices. Now let us journey into the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula, where nature and spirituality intertwine in one of the most sacred spaces of the ancient Maya. Beneath the towering pyramids of Chichen Itza lies a hidden world shrouded in mystery, a submerged chamber connected to the Great Cenote. This natural sinkhole was far more than a source of water for the Maya. It was a portal to the divine, a place where offerings were made to appease gods who governed rain, fertility, and life itself. The cenote's crystal-clear waters hold secrets that have fascinated archaeologists and historians for decades. Divers exploring its depths have uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts, ceremonial objects, jade figurines, golden ornaments, and even human remains, all believed to be offerings intended to curry favor with deities like Chok, the god of rain. These items were not discarded haphazardly, but placed deliberately, underscoring their spiritual significance. Imagine the solemn ceremonies that must have taken place here, with priests chanting prayers as precious gifts disappeared into the watery abyss below. What makes this chamber particularly intriguing is its dual role as both a sacred site and a repository of history. The offerings found within the cenote provide a glimpse into the values and beliefs of the Maya civilization. For instance, the presence of gold and jade suggests the importance they placed on beauty and craftsmanship, while the human sacrifices reflect their profound reverence and perhaps fear of the forces governing their existence. Yet, despite centuries of exploration, much of the cenote remains uncharted, leaving countless treasures still hidden beneath its surface. Beyond its material wealth, the sacred sinkhole chamber speaks volumes about the Maya's relationship with the natural world. To them, cenotes were not just geological formations. They were seen as entryways to Xibalba, the underworld, a realm filled with both danger and opportunity. By offering gifts to this mysterious domain, the Maya sought to maintain balance between the earthly and the divine. This belief system reveals a society deeply attuned to the rhythms of nature, viewing themselves as part of an intricate cosmic web rather than separate from it. As we contemplate the spiritual weight carried by this underwater sanctuary, it becomes clear why Chichen Itza continues to captivate us today. Its sacred cenote reminds us that even in our modern age, there are places where the boundaries between the tangible and intangible blur, inviting us to reflect on humanity's enduring quest for meaning. But the mysteries do not end here. Far across oceans and millennia, another legendary monument holds whispers of secrecy, this time within the Vatican's labyrinthine archives. What might these restricted chambers reveal about power, faith, and history itself? Let's find out. Stepping away from the ancient mysteries of Chichen Itza, we now turn our gaze to a place where history and secrecy converge in equal measure: the Vatican's secret archives. Nestled within the heart of Vatican City, these archives are not just repositories of dusty manuscripts, but rumored to house documents so sensitive that their contents have been shielded from public view for centuries. Among the countless chambers within this labyrinthine complex, two stand out as particularly enigmatic, sparking endless speculation about what lies within. The first of these restricted chambers is believed to safeguard correspondence tied to some of the most pivotal moments in European history. Imagine letters penned by kings, queens, and influential leaders, all addressed to the popes of their time. These documents could reveal untold details about political machinations, alliances, and even scandals that shaped nations. For instance, there are whispers of letters exchanged during the Protestant Reformation communications that might shed light on how the Catholic Church navigated one of its greatest challenges. Why keep such records under lock and key? Perhaps it is to protect delicate diplomatic relationships or preserve the legacy of figures whose actions were as controversial as they were transformative. Moving deeper into the archives, the second chamber holds an entirely different kind of intrigue. This space is said to contain records tied to the Vatican's involvement in global events over the centuries, including its role during the World Wars. Historians speculate that these documents might include evidence of clandestine operations, covert agreements, or even efforts to shelter individuals during times of conflict. One particularly tantalizing theory suggests that this chamber could hold information about the Vatican's response to the rise of fascism in Europe, a topic that continues to spark debate among scholars and historians alike. The decision to keep these archives sealed speaks volumes about the weight of their potential revelations. But why does the Vatican maintain such strict control over these chambers? Some argue that it is a matter of preserving confidentiality, ensuring that private communications remain protected. Others believe it is a calculated effort to shield the Church from scrutiny, guarding against narratives that might challenge its authority or moral standing. Whatever the reason, the secrecy surrounding these archives only fuels public fascination, drawing amateur sleuths and seasoned researchers alike into a quest for answers. What makes these chambers especially compelling is the way they embody the intersection of faith, power, and history. They remind us that knowledge is not just a tool for understanding the past, but also a form of currency that can shape perceptions of the present and future. And while the Vatican may never fully open these doors, the mere possibility of what lies within keeps the world watching and wondering. As we leave the shadowy corridors of the Vatican behind, let us now journey to another iconic monument, where beauty and mystery intertwine beneath the surface of India's most celebrated masterpiece. What secrets does the Taj Mahal's lower crypt hold, and what can it teach us about love, loss, and legacy? Venturing now into the serene elegance of India's most iconic monument, we uncover a space shrouded in quiet mystery, the lower crypt of the Taj Mahal. Hidden beneath the grandeur of the main mausoleum, this chamber is a place few visitors ever see. Yet it holds secrets that deepen our understanding of the monument's purpose and the culture that created it. The crypt is not just an architectural feature, but a reflection of Mughal traditions surrounding death, remembrance, and eternity. What makes this crypt particularly fascinating is its structural design. Unlike the opulent chambers above, the lower crypt is stark and unadorned, emphasizing simplicity over extravagance. This contrast aligns with Mughal burial practices, which often prioritized humility in the spaces closest to the deceased. Historians believe the crypt was designed to house the actual tombs of Emperor Shah Jahan and his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, while the ornate cenotaphs visible to visitors serve as symbolic representations. This duality between the seen and unseen speaks volumes about the Mughal philosophy of honoring the dead, balancing public reverence with private sanctity. The crypt's location, deep within the structure, also raises questions about its symbolic significance. In Mughal tradition, the placement of tombs was often dictated by principles of alignment with the cosmos and the spiritual journey of the soul. Some scholars suggest that the lower crypt's positioning may reflect beliefs about the afterlife, serving as a threshold between the earthly realm and the divine. Others point to its role in maintaining the stability of the entire monument, as the weight distribution and engineering precision required to construct such a hidden space are nothing short of remarkable. Adding another layer of intrigue is the crypt's restricted access. While some argue this limitation is purely for preservation purposes, others speculate that it may be tied to long-standing customs meant to preserve the sanctity of the burial site. For centuries, Mughal rulers took great care to ensure that their final resting places remained undisturbed, viewing any intrusion as a disruption of the soul's peace. Whether this tradition influenced the decision to keep the crypt off-limb, it remains a topic of debate, but it undoubtedly adds to the air of reverence surrounding the space. As we contemplate the mysteries of the Taj Mahal's lower crypt, we're reminded of how architecture can serve as both a vessel for memory and a mirror of cultural values. Its design reflects not only the technical prowess of its builders, but also the profound emotions that inspired its creation. And while the crypt itself may remain out of reach for most, its existence invites us to reflect on the enduring legacy of love and loss embodied by the Taj Mahal. With this thought in mind, let us now turn our attention to another hidden marvel, tucked away within the intricate walls of Alhambra, where prayer and privacy intertwine in unexpected ways. Stepping into the heart of Alhambra's sprawling palace complex, we uncovered two hidden gems that whisper stories of devotion and exclusivity: the concealed prayer rooms. These intimate spaces, nestled within the intricate web of courtyards and halls, are a testament to both artistry and spirituality. What sets them apart is not just their physical seclusion, but also the exquisite craftsmanship that adorns every surface. Delicate carvings of geometric patterns, flowing Arabic calligraphy, and motifs inspired by nature transform these small chambers into masterpieces of Islamic design. It's as if the walls themselves were built to inspire reverence. But why were these prayer rooms deliberately tucked away from the main pathways? One theory suggests that privacy played a pivotal role in their creation. In a bustling royal residence like Alhambra, where public ceremonies and administrative duties often took precedence, these secluded spaces may have offered a sanctuary for personal reflection or private worship. Imagine being surrounded by the hum of courtly life, yet finding solace in a quiet corner reserved solely for communion with the divine. The decision to keep these rooms hidden might also reflect the importance placed on maintaining an uninterrupted connection between the individual and their faith. Another possibility lies in their potential use by specific members of the royal household or elite scholars. Historical accounts indicate that certain areas within Alhambra were designated for exclusive use, and these prayer rooms could have been part of such arrangements. By restricting access, they ensured that only those who truly understood their significance or held the proper status could enter. This exclusivity adds another layer of intrigue, hinting at social hierarchies woven into even the most sacred aspects of palace life. The ornate designs found within these chambers further deepen our appreciation for their purpose. Every detail seems carefully considered, from the interplay of light filtering through latticed windows to the harmonious balance of symmetry and asymmetry in the decorative elements. Some historians believe these artistic choices weren't merely aesthetic. They carried symbolic weight, representing themes like unity, eternity, and divine order. Could it be that these prayer rooms served as microcosms of the larger universe, designed to elevate one's thoughts beyond the material world? As we marvel at the beauty and mystery of Alhambra's concealed prayer rooms, we begin to see how architecture can transcend its functional role to become something far more profound, a bridge between the earthly and the spiritual. And while their exact origins remain partially veiled in history, their legacy endures as a reminder of humanity's enduring quest for meaning and connection. Now let us journey onward to unravel the secrets behind Easter Island's Moai Cave, where ancient tools and relics may hold clues to one of history's greatest enigmas. Venturing from the sacred prayer rooms of Alhambra, we now turn our gaze to a remote corner of the Pacific, where the enigmatic Easter Island beckons with its own secrets. Among the towering stone faces that have fascinated explorers for centuries, whispers of a hidden cave add another layer to this island's enduring mystery. Known as the Moai Cave, this concealed space is believed to lie behind one of the iconic statues, its entrance cleverly camouflaged by nature and time. Legends suggest it may have been used as a repository for tools, ceremonial objects, or even relics tied to the island's ancient rituals. What makes the Moai Cave so intriguing is not just its potential contents, but also the questions it raises about the people who created it. How did an isolated civilization with limited resources manage to carve, transport, and erect hundreds of massive stone figures? Could this cave hold remnants of the tools or techniques that made such feats possible? Some researchers speculate that these artifacts might reveal insights into the engineering prowess and organizational skills of the Rapa Nui people. Others wonder if the cave served a more symbolic purpose, perhaps housing items tied to their spiritual beliefs or leadership hierarchy. Adding to the allure is the challenge of verifying these theories. The rugged terrain and dense vegetation of Easter Island make exploration difficult, while cultural sensitivities surrounding the preservation of sacred sites often limit access. Even so, the idea of uncovering tangible evidence of the island's past fuels both scientific curiosity and public imagination. Imagine brushing away layers of earth to discover ancient carvings or implements, each one a piece of the puzzle connecting us to a civilization shrouded in mystery. Beyond practical considerations, the Moai Cave invites us to ponder broader themes of human ingenuity and resilience. What drove the Rapa Nui to invest such effort into creating monuments that continue to captivate the world? Was it a reflection of their cosmology, a way to honor ancestors, or something else entirely? While definitive answers remain elusive, the possibility that this hidden chamber could shed light on their story underscores the timeless allure of exploration. With each new discovery, we inch closer to understanding the profound legacy left behind by this remarkable culture. As we leave the mysteries of Easter Island behind, prepare to delve into the buried treasures of the Acropolis, where wealth and power were safeguarded beneath layers of history. Stepping away from the remote mysteries of Easter Island, we now journey to the heart of ancient Greece, where the Acropolis stands as a timeless symbol of power and ingenuity. Beneath its weathered stones lie two chambers believed to have once safeguarded the wealth of Athens. These buried treasuries were not merely storage spaces, but also fortresses designed to protect the riches that fueled one of history's most influential civilizations. The first chamber, nestled deep within the bedrock, was strategically positioned to deter invaders. Its entrance was narrow and heavily fortified, requiring intruders to navigate a labyrinthine path that left them vulnerable to ambush. Inside, archaeologists speculate that gold coins, precious metals, and ornate artifacts may still remain hidden, untouched by time or plunder. The second chamber, slightly larger, is thought to have housed ceremonial items alongside monetary treasures. Its walls, reinforced with thick stone slabs, suggest it was built to withstand sieges, ensuring the survival of both wealth and cultural heritage. What makes these chambers particularly fascinating is their dual purpose. Beyond storing material wealth, they also symbolize the strength and resilience of Athenian society. Historians believe that these spaces were meticulously organized, reflecting the city-state's advanced administrative systems. Records from the era hint at meticulous inventories, overseen by trusted officials who ensured that every item was accounted for. This level of organization speaks volumes about the sophistication of ancient Greek governance and their ability to balance practicality with symbolism. Yet, much about these chambers remains shrouded in mystery. Despite centuries of study, no definitive evidence has confirmed the full extent of their contents. Some scholars theorize that portions of the treasure may have been moved during times of conflict, while others suggest that certain items were deliberately sealed away to preserve them for future generations. If true, these chambers could hold keys to understanding the economic and cultural priorities of ancient Athens. Beyond their historical significance, these buried treasuries also spark the imagination. What might we uncover if we were to venture inside? Would we find golden vessels used in sacred rituals, or perhaps scrolls detailing trade agreements that shaped the Mediterranean world? Each unanswered question adds another layer to the allure of the Acropolis, reminding us that even the most studied monuments still hold secrets waiting to be revealed. As we leave the ancient wealth of Athens behind, get ready to explore the enigmatic burial chambers of Teotihuacan, where the remains of an elite civilization whisper tales of power and hierarchy. As we ascend from the ancient burial chambers of Teotihuacan, our journey takes a turn toward opulence and intrigue, leading us to the heart of Moscow. Here lies a vault shrouded in secrecy, a place where history and wealth converge, the Kremlin's Diamond Fund Vault. This heavily guarded chamber is not just a repository of jewels. It is a testament to Russia's storied past and its enduring legacy of power and prestige. The Diamond Fund Vault holds some of the most exquisite treasures ever assembled, including the crown jewels of Russian royalty. Among these are the Great Imperial Crown, adorned with nearly 5,000 diamonds, and the legendary Awl of Diamond, a gem steeped in tales of intrigue and betrayal. These artifacts are more than mere ornaments. They symbolize the grandeur and authority of the rulers who once wore them. But what truly sets this vault apart is the air of mystery that surrounds it. Access is granted to only a select few, and even then, under strict supervision. The exact inventory remains undisclosed, leaving historians and enthusiasts alike to speculate about the full extent of its contents. Security measures for the Diamond Fund Vault are as elaborate as the treasures it protects. Encased in reinforced steel and concrete, the vault is designed to withstand even the most determined intruders. Advanced surveillance systems, motion detectors, and biometric scanners ensure that only authorized personnel can enter. Some accounts suggest that the vault's design includes decoy chambers to mislead potential thieves, adding another layer of complexity to its protection. While the specifics remain classified, one thing is certain: the Kremlin spares no expense in safeguarding its national treasures. What makes the Diamond Fund Vault particularly fascinating is the symbolism it embodies. These jewels are not merely remnants of a bygone era. They represent the resilience and ambition of a nation. From the Romanov dynasty to the Soviet Union and beyond, each piece tells a story of triumph, turmoil, and transformation. For instance, the imperial scepter, set with the magnificent Awl of Diamond, was once wielded by monarchs as a symbol of divine authority. Today, it serves as a reminder of how power and identity evolve over time. Yet, questions linger about the vault's hidden secrets. Are there undiscovered jewels waiting to be catalogued? Could there be documents or artifacts concealed alongside the glittering gems, offering new insights into Russia's past? The lack of transparency only deepens the allure, fueling endless speculation and fascination. It's a place where history feels alive, whispering stories of empires risen and fallen, of fortunes made and lost. As we step away from the glittering treasures of the Kremlin, prepare to uncover the secluded sanctuaries of the Forbidden City. These imperial spaces, reserved for moments of reflection and meditation, offer a glimpse into the spiritual and philosophical world of Chinese emperors, blending opulence with cosmological harmony. Venturing from the diamond-studded depths of the Kremlin, we now step into a realm where earthly riches give way to spiritual grandeur. Nestled within the sprawling expanse of Beijing's Forbidden City are two hidden sanctuaries, meticulously designed for moments of quiet reflection and cosmic alignment. These secluded spaces, reserved exclusively for emperors, offer a fascinating glimpse into the intersection of luxury and philosophy that defined imperial China. The first sanctuary, known as the Hall of Mental Cultivation, served as both a retreat and a ceremonial space. Here, emperors would meditate, seeking harmony with the universe through practices rooted in Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism. The hall's interior is adorned with intricate wood carvings, vibrant silk tapestries, and golden accents, creating an atmosphere of serene opulence. Every detail, from the arrangement of furniture to the placement of ritual objects, reflects the emperor's role as the intermediary between heaven and earth. This connection was not merely symbolic. It was believed that the emperor's moral and spiritual state directly influenced the prosperity of the empire. Nearby lies another sanctuary, the Pavilion of Prolonging Happiness, which offers a more intimate setting for contemplation. Despite its smaller size, this pavilion is no less remarkable. Its design incorporates elements of Feng Shui, ensuring that energy flows harmoniously throughout the space. Large windows frame views of lush gardens, inviting the natural world to become part of the meditative experience. Inside, artifacts such as jade ornaments and bronze incense burners hint at the rituals performed here, blending aesthetics with spirituality in a way that underscores the sophistication of Chinese cosmology. What makes these sanctuaries truly extraordinary is how they embody the dual nature of imperial life, material wealth intertwined with metaphysical purpose. For instance, the dragon motif, a symbol of imperial authority, appears repeatedly in carvings and paintings. Yet, alongside these regal symbols are representations of celestial bodies and mythical creatures, reminding the emperor of his duty to maintain balance within the cosmos. This fusion of power and philosophy reveals much about the values and priorities of ancient Chinese society. Beyond their visual splendor, these chambers also raise intriguing questions. Were there specific texts or scrolls kept here to guide the emperor's meditations? Did these rooms host private consultations with scholars or spiritual advisors? While historical records provide some answers, many aspects remain cloaked in mystery, adding layers of fascination to these already captivating spaces. As we leave behind the tranquil confines of the Forbidden City's hidden sanctuaries, our journey takes us next to Borobudur, where concealed chambers hold relics of profound religious significance. Imagine stepping into a world where sacred artifacts whisper tales of devotion and enlightenment, bridging the gap between the physical and the divine. Stepping away from the Forbidden City's imperial sanctuaries, we now journey to the lush landscapes of Indonesia, where an ancient monument rises like a stepped pyramid against the horizon. Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple, holds within its stone-embraced chambers of profound spiritual significance. These are not just architectural marvels, but sacred spaces that have remained sealed for centuries, guarding relics believed to connect humanity to the divine. At the heart of Borobudur lies a series of enclosed chambers, each shrouded in reverence and mystery. These chambers house relics of Buddha, carefully preserved as acts of devotion by those who built this monumental shrine. Scholars believe these artifacts were placed here over 1,000 years ago, during the height of Buddhist influence in the region. What makes these chambers particularly fascinating is the decision to leave them untouched. Unlike many archaeological sites where curiosity drives exploration, the enclosed chambers of Borobudur remain unopened, respecting their sacred nature and the intentions of their creators. The choice to preserve these chambers in their original state speaks volumes about the values of both ancient and modern societies. For the builders, sealing the relics was likely an act of deep faith, ensuring that these sacred objects would remain undisturbed as offerings to future generations. Today, this act of preservation is seen as a testament to cultural respect and spiritual sensitivity. Imagine the weight of such a decision, knowing that behind these stones lie answers to questions about history, religion, and art, yet choosing to honor the sanctity of the space instead. What might these relics reveal if they were ever uncovered? Historians speculate that they could include items like fragments of bone, ashes, or personal belongings associated with Buddha himself. Such discoveries could reshape our understanding of early Buddhism and its spread across Southeast Asia. Yet, the allure of these chambers lies not only in what they contain, but also in what they represent, a bridge between the earthly and the eternal. The carvings and statues surrounding the chambers depict scenes from Buddhist teachings, offering clues to the stories and beliefs that inspired their creation. Interestingly, the design of these chambers reflects a harmony between form and function. Built into the core of Borobudur, they are protected by layers of intricately carved stone, which serve both as structural support and symbolic barriers. This deliberate concealment underscores the idea that some truths are meant to be felt rather than seen, experienced through meditation and reflection rather than physical interaction. It's a philosophy that challenges our modern impulse to uncover every secret, inviting us instead to appreciate the power of mystery. As we reflect on the enduring legacy of Borobudur's enclosed chambers, it becomes clear that their untouched state is as meaningful as any artifact they may hold. They remind us that some connections to the past transcend material evidence, rooted instead in the intangible threads of belief and tradition. And now, leaving behind the serene echoes of Borobudur, we turn our attention to a place where hidden spaces tell tales not of spirituality, but of artistic intrigue, the concealed passageways of the Louvre, where whispers of history mingle with the footsteps of countless visitors. Venturing from the spiritual aura of Borobudur, we now step into a realm where art and mystery intertwine, the iconic Louvre in Paris. Beneath its grand galleries and amidst its labyrinthine corridors lie two hidden passageways, originally constructed for practical purposes, but now shrouded in speculation and intrigue. These concealed routes, tucked away from the throngs of visitors, connect different wings of the museum, serving as silent witnesses to centuries of history. The first passage, a narrow corridor tucked behind the opulent halls, was designed to allow staff and security personnel to move discreetly between sections. What makes it fascinating is not just its functionality, but the whispers that have grown around it over time. Conspiracy theorists have latched onto its existence, suggesting it might have been used to transport priceless artworks during times of conflict, or even to conceal treasures that were never meant for public display. While there's no concrete evidence to support these claims, the idea that masterpieces could have traveled through this shadowy route adds an undeniable layer of allure. The second passageway, slightly wider and more ornate, has sparked even more elaborate theories. Some believe it once served as a private viewing gallery for dignitaries or wealthy patrons who wished to admire the collection away from prying eyes. Others speculate that it holds secrets far beyond art, perhaps documents or artifacts tied to France's tumultuous past. The lack of public access has only fueled curiosity, with some enthusiasts convinced that these passages hold answers to unanswered questions about the Louvre's storied legacy. What draws people to these hidden spaces isn't just their physical presence, but the stories they evoke. They remind us that even in a place celebrated for for its openness and cultural richness, there are corners that remain veiled, hinting at untold narratives. Whether these passageways were truly designed for mundane tasks, or if they harbor deeper mysteries, their existence challenges us to consider the unseen layers of history that lie beneath our feet. As we leave behind the enigmatic corridors of the Louvre, we shift our gaze to another ancient site where hidden chambers reveal not just architectural brilliance, but also profound religious devotion. At the heart of Athens stands the Parthenon, home to a lesser-known yet equally captivating space, an inner storage room that once safeguarded votive offerings, each piece a testament to the faith and craftsmanship of its creators. Stepping into the ancient world of Athens, we uncover a chamber that speaks volumes about devotion and artistry, the Parthenon's inner storage room. This unassuming space, often overlooked in discussions of the iconic temple, played a vital role in preserving the sacred connection between the people and their deities. Designed to house votive offerings, it served as both a repository of faith and a treasure trove of craftsmanship. These offerings, ranging from intricately carved statues to precious metals and textiles, were gifts presented to honor the gods, particularly Athena, the patron deity of the city. What makes this chamber particularly fascinating is its dual purpose. On one hand, it functioned as a secure vault, protecting valuable items from theft or damage. On the other, it symbolized the deep spiritual practices of ancient Greek society, where material wealth was intertwined with religious expression. Historians believe that many of these artifacts were not merely decorative, but carried profound symbolic meanings, representing prayers, gratitude, or pleas for divine intervention. While the exact contents of the storage room remain largely speculative, some theories suggest that remnants of these offerings could still lie hidden beneath the ruins, untouched by modern excavation. The significance of this chamber extends beyond its physical contents. It provides a window into understanding how the Parthenon operated as more than just an architectural marvel. It was a living, breathing center of worship and community life. The offerings stored here would have reflected the values, hopes, and fears of those who brought them, offering modern researchers invaluable insights into ancient Greek culture. However, the mystery lingers. Could some of these artifacts have survived the centuries, waiting to be rediscovered? As we ponder this question, our journey takes us next to the majestic pyramids of Teotihuacan, where burial chambers reveal secrets of an entirely different civilization. As we leave behind the storied stones of the Parthenon, our exploration now turns to a place where the whispers of an ancient civilization still echo through time, the towering pyramids of Teotihuacan. Here, two burial chambers have revealed extraordinary insights into the lives of the society's most powerful figures. These chambers, hidden beneath layers of earth and history, were reserved for Teotihuacan's elite, offering a rare glimpse into their world of privilege, ritual, and reverence. The first chamber, uncovered during meticulous excavations, contained an array of grave goods that paint a vivid picture of wealth and status. Among the treasures were intricately crafted obsidian blades, jade ornaments, and ceremonial pottery, each piece a testament to the advanced craftsmanship of this enigmatic culture. These items weren't just symbols of material wealth. They also held deep spiritual significance, believed to accompany the deceased into the afterlife. Historians suggest that the placement and quality of these artifacts reflect the individual's rank within the social hierarchy, with only the most influential figures receiving such elaborate burials. Moving to the second chamber, we find even more evidence of Teotihuacan's stratified society. This space housed not only ornate jewelry, but also remnants of textiles and animal remains, likely used in sacred rituals before internment. The discovery of jaguar bones, for instance, hints at the importance of this revered creature in Teotihuacan cosmology, often associated with power and divinity. Together, these grave goods tell a story of a civilization deeply connected to its beliefs, where earthly achievements were intertwined with spiritual aspirations. What makes these chambers particularly intriguing is how they mirror the broader societal structure of Teotihuacan itself. The meticulous organization of the burial sites suggests a highly stratified community, where access to resources and religious rites was determined by one's position in the hierarchy. Yet these findings also raise questions about the everyday lives of ordinary citizens. How did their experiences compare to those of the elite? And what role did these monumental structures play in uniting or dividing the people of Teotihuacan? With these reflections on power and legacy in mind, our journey now shifts toward a modern marvel shrouded in secrecy, a vault beneath the Kremlin that holds some of Russia's most treasured possessions. What lies within this heavily guarded chamber, and why does it remain so fiercely protected? Let's uncover the next chapter in our exploration of hidden spaces. As we step away from the ancient mysteries of Teotihuacan and their echoes of power and spirituality, our journey now brings us to a monument that stands as a testament to modern ambition and national identity. Carved into the rugged granite of South Dakota's Black Hills, Mount Rushmore is more than just an iconic sculpture. It holds within its depths a hidden chamber that embodies both vision and unfulfilled dreams. This is the unfinished Hall of Records, a space conceived not merely as an architectural feat, but as a time capsule meant to preserve the essence of American history for future generations. The concept behind the Hall of Records was born from the mind of Gutzon Borglum, the master sculptor who dedicated years of his life to creating Mount Rushmore. His vision extended far beyond carving 4 colossal faces into stone. He imagined a grand repository where documents, artifacts, and records chronicling America's story could be safeguarded indefinitely. The chamber was designed to house everything from copies of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution to biographies of notable figures, ensuring that the values and achievements of the nation would endure even in the face of unforeseen calamities. However, due to funding constraints and the sheer scale of the project, this ambitious plan remained unrealized during Borglum's lifetime. What exists today is a cavernous space located behind the heads of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, accessible only by a narrow tunnel carved into the rock. While incomplete, the Hall of Records still carries profound symbolic weight. At its entrance stands a massive bronze door weighing 1,700 pounds, emblazoned with a message inviting visitors to reflect on the ideals represented by the presidents immortalized above. Beyond this gateway lies emptiness, a poignant reminder of what might have been. Yet, rather than diminishing its significance, this void amplifies the hall's purpose, transforming it into a metaphorical vessel for imagination and aspiration. The Hall of Records also invites us to ponder larger questions about preservation and legacy. In an age where information can be stored digitally and shared globally in seconds, why does the idea of physically safeguarding knowledge hold such enduring appeal? Perhaps it speaks to humanity's desire for permanence, a yearning to anchor fleeting moments in something solid and enduring. Or maybe it reflects our need to leave tangible traces of ourselves for those who will come after us, bridging the gap between past, present, and future. Though the Hall of Records remains unfinished, its very existence underscores the power of vision over limitation. It challenges us to think beyond what is practical or achievable and consider what is possible when driven by purpose. As we conclude our exploration of these 30 hidden chambers, each unique yet united by their capacity to inspire wonder, let us carry forward the lessons they offer. From ancient rituals to modern ambitions, these spaces remind us that history is not merely a collection of dates and events. It is a living tapestry woven with human ingenuity, belief, and hope. And now, as we close this chapter, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which hidden chamber fascinated you the most? Share your insights in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the mysterious corners of our world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and join me next time as we continue uncovering the extraordinary stories hiding in plain sight. Having explored the rich stories and mysteries behind these hidden chambers, it's time to turn our attention to the remarkable ingenuity that made them possible. These concealed spaces are not just products of human imagination, but also triumphs of engineering brilliance. From ancient civilizations to modern builders, the construction of these chambers demanded groundbreaking techniques that pushed the boundaries of what was thought achievable. Take, for instance, the ventilation systems found in structures like the Great Pyramid of Giza or the Colosseum's underground chambers. In an era without advanced machinery, ensuring airflow in enclosed spaces was no small feat. Ancient Egyptians employed a series of carefully aligned shafts to allow air circulation within the pyramid's hidden chambers, a design choice that remains both functional and awe-inspiring. Similarly, beneath the Colosseum, the hypogeum, a labyrinthine network of tunnels and rooms, featured openings strategically placed to provide fresh air to gladiators and workers below. These innovations highlight how early engineers prioritized human comfort and survival, even in the most confined environments. Equally fascinating are the load-bearing techniques used to support these elaborate constructions. For example, the massive stone slabs above the hidden crypt of the Taj Mahal distribute weight so effectively that the structure has withstood centuries of natural disasters. This level of precision required not only deep mathematical understanding, but also meticulous craftsmanship. Meanwhile, at Machu Picchu, the Incas demonstrated their mastery over seismic-resistant architecture by using precisely cut stones that fit together without mortar, allowing the chambers to endure earthquakes. Such advancements reveal an extraordinary blend of artistry and practicality, proving that these monuments were built to last. As we marvel at these feats of engineering, one can't help but wonder how these ancient builders managed such precision without the tools and technologies available today. Their resourcefulness reminds us that innovation often arises from constraint, and their legacies continue to inspire architects and historians alike. With this deeper appreciation for the architectural genius behind these hidden chambers, let's now delve into the symbolism and purpose they held for the cultures that created them. What did these spaces truly represent, and how did they reflect the values and beliefs of their time? Stepping beyond the technical marvels of these hidden chambers, we now uncover the profound layers of meaning woven into their very existence. These concealed spaces were far more than architectural achievements. They served as vessels of symbolism, embodying the deepest values, spiritual convictions, and societal structures of the cultures that created them. From sacred rituals to displays of power, each chamber tells a story that transcends its physical form. Consider the Sphinx's rumored subterranean tunnels, which have long been associated with ancient wisdom and divine secrets. For the Egyptians, the act of burying knowledge beneath such an iconic figure was likely symbolic of safeguarding their civilization's essence against time itself. This reflects a cultural reverence for immortality, not just of the body, but of ideas and legacy. Similarly, at Chichen Itza, the submerged chamber connected to the cenote held offerings meant to appease deities tied to water and fertility. These watery depths symbolized life and renewal, reinforcing the Mayans' deep connection to natural cycles and cosmic balance. In other parts of the world, hidden chambers took on different roles shaped by unique belief systems. The Vatican's restricted archives, for example, are steeped in mystery not only because of their contents, but also due to what they represent: the preservation of history through a lens of religious authority. By controlling access to these documents, the institution underscores its role as a gatekeeper of spiritual truth and historical narrative. Meanwhile, the Diamond Fund Vault within the Kremlin stands as a testament to Russia's imperial grandeur, housing treasures that signify both wealth and national pride. Its secrecy amplifies the aura of exclusivity surrounding it, reflecting how power dynamics often rely on the allure of the unseen. Even in places like Angkor Wat, where newly uncovered galleries reveal intricate murals depicting everyday life alongside celestial beings, the purpose of these chambers extends beyond mere decoration. They acted as bridges between the earthly realm and the divine, reminding worshippers of their place within a larger cosmic order. And then there's Mount Rushmore's unfinished Hall of Records, a modern twist on this age-old practice. Designed to preserve America's history for future generations, it speaks volumes about the nation's ideals of democracy and progress, even if its potential remains unrealized. What unites all these examples is the universal human desire to imbue spaces with significance. Whether intended for ritual, governance, or remembrance, these hidden chambers mirror the priorities and aspirations of their creators. They remind us that architecture is never neutral. It carries stories, ideologies, and hopes etched into stone or sealed behind walls. As we reflect on the deeper purposes behind these enigmatic spaces, one can't help but wonder how our own era might leave its mark for posterity. What symbols will define us centuries from now? With that thought lingering in mind, let's transition to examining another layer of intrigue: the treasures and artifacts still waiting to be discovered within some of these chambers, treasures that could rewrite history as we know it. As we bring this journey to a close, it's hard not to marvel at the sheer diversity and depth of these 30 hidden chambers scattered across some of the world's most iconic monuments. From the ancient tunnels beneath the Sphinx to the unfinished Hall of Records at Mount Rushmore, each space carries its own unique story, shaped by the people who built it and the times they lived in. These chambers are more than just physical spaces. They are echoes of history, vessels of culture, and symbols of human ingenuity. They remind us that even in an age of advanced technology and exploration, there are still mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Now, as we step back and take in the bigger picture, one thing becomes clear. These hidden chambers transcend their roles as architectural feats. They embody the hopes, fears, and aspirations of civilizations long past, while also challenging us to think about how we'll leave our mark for future generations. Whether it's through the sacred murals of Angkor Wat, the submerged offerings in Chichen Itza's cenote, or the guarded treasures of the Kremlin's vault, these spaces continue to captivate us because they hold pieces of humanity's shared heritage. So, here's a question to leave you with. Which of these hidden chambers fascinates you the most? Is it the allure of buried knowledge beneath the Sphinx, the opulence of Russia's diamond fund vault, or perhaps the symbolic promise of Mount Rushmore's Hall of Records? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and keep the conversation going. And if you enjoyed diving into these mysteries as much as we did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss another exploration into the mysterious, the unexplained, and the extraordinary. Until next time, stay curious.